We talking under the tree. We talking under the tree. Let's talk under the tree. Let's talk under the tree. We talking under the tree. We talking under the tree. Let's talk under the tree. Let's talk under the tree. Welcome to the show. Appreciate that you came. Mr. Palmer T. Smalls ain't a damn thing changed. We talking under the tree. Yeah, we got them hot topics from Carolina to Duval. That's how we rock it on prime time. Check out the podcast. It's online. Hit us up. We got a platform. You gon' shine. It was all a dream. We here now. Let me hear you say it loud. We talking under the tree. We talking under the tree. We talking under the tree.
Welcome to the Let's Talk Under the Tree podcast. We have Jay walking in the house and the Cussing Pastor. How y'all gentlemen doing today?
How you be, man?
Doing all right. Doing all right.
Glad you can make it. One time for your mind. We will be back in 33 seconds. Two times for your. Go ahead and finish it off, Jay. See you in 33 seconds.
2 times for your soul.
That's right. 2 times for your soul. We will be back with the Cussing Pastor in 33 seconds.
Kingpin Music.
Thanks for joining me, gentlemen. We have one more who's going to join us, another co-host here. There you go. All right. What's up, Carolina?
Ain't nothing going on with y'all.
All right. We got the Cussing Pastor. Give him a greeting, my friend.
How you doing, Mr. Cussing Pastor?
Well, brother, how are you?
All right. All right.
The first thing I want to get into, Mr. Pastor, what are your views on today's pastors? When I've seen several of your videos and clips, they don't keep it as real as what you like to do as far as your style. What makes you so authentic? Because the things you say, they are afraid to say it. What do you like? What do you really like to do? What's your passion?
Well, I don't deal with traditionalism. And I'm from the traditional Baptist church. But as I got older and I started to research and reading, and a lot of the stuff that we do in church is bullshit, man. God has nothing to do with it. And it's just simple. It's simple dramatics, theatrics, and drama. It's not about telling people the truth. It's about getting a shout, speaking in tongues, yabba dabba do, and all that bullshit, running around the church and all that. And that is not what the people of today need. When we look at our society now, and I've been hopping on the fact that the sermons in the Black church must change. We won't tell about folk go to heaven. Hell, you got to die to go to heaven. And I ain't know her to die just to go to heaven. And Black folk, I want to see Jesus. I do too. One day, but the day ain't the day.
Okay.
Okay.
And when we say that, we don't really mean that. It sounds good. That is the traditionalism of the Black church that the white folk gave us. And this whole thing about Christianity comes from white folk.
I agree. Preach it.
And we hold on to it and as though it's the real thing. So when I look at preachers today, I see a lot of preachers that do great jobs. Then I see preachers that are just hoopers, hollerers, and theatrical performers.
that dress well. Spend
Yeah.
a lot of money on their suits.
Yeah.
You like to eat certain dishes when it comes to women. I'll say it like that. I'll let you keep it real on that. You have said that a tremendous amount of times. What do you like to eat, Pastor?
Oh
That's
man.
full, man.
Huh?
That's full as what?
The fellas know what I'm talking about. The parts of a woman that you say you like to eat.
Oh, pussy.
Yeah, there you go.
Man, how come you-
Go ahead.
how come you just didn't say pussy?
I just wanted to bring it out of you. That's all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I have no problem. Look, I'm 67 years old. I've been eating pussy since I was about 13, 14 years old. In the era that black men used to tell that lie that
That they did.
we don't eat no pussy. Okay. Now every black man in America eat pussy. Don't you eat pussy, brother?
Damn right.
Okay. So let's see. He lick at his fingers.
Yeah.
And see,
You gotta stir it up first.
in fact, if we just be honest, all of us that were born and didn't have a C-section, the first thing you ever tasted was pussy.
Yep.
Every time come out of your mama's womb, you taste some pussy.
Oh yeah.
And I just acquired a taste for it.
I know that's right.
One more thing I have, and I'll let the guys jump in. You were saying something that I might not say it right, that most churches have a room for the pastor or something like that, and a lot of things go on in that room. It could be I don't know if it's a bed in there or extra like a side apartment.
Do it now?
Do most churches have like an apartment or an extra room for the pastor that's kind of conjoined into the church?
Well,
Sleeping quarters.
Sleeping quarters that a pastor takes the woman in there. Does that go on?
yeah, that happens, bro. These newer churches, these mega buildings that are made now, the pastor study normally has a room of relaxation. Okay. And let's just be honest. Women in the church love to fuck the pastor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get them closer to God, ain't it?
Well, I mean, yeah, they want anointing. So it does happen. And when we talk about that sex does not happen in the church, I don't know what church you go to. Every church that I've ever been a part of in all of my life, there has been some fucking going on in the church. Choir members, missionaries, shit. It goes on. It's natural.
How about the old mother of the church? They get down also to every church. Go ahead.
Old motherfuckers too.
Go ahead, Jay Walken.
No, I think the question that I asked is when you came up in a traditional Baptist church, Southern Baptist church, at what point?
Not Southern Baptist Church.
Okay.
Okay. Southern Baptist is only for white folk.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I got you. So
you're only going to see black churches that are missionary Baptist church.
True.
Right.
True.
Every black church you're going to be seeing the missionary Baptist church. The Southern Baptist is a organization that white folk put together that we're welcome to be in. Now, we find now that the Southern Baptist is looking for black folk, and the Southern Baptist is even financing black churches and black preachers.
To get to the money.
Yes.
Okay. what I'm trying to get to is, with your traditional upbringing in the church, at what point do you start seeing the holes? At what point do you start to notice things that you don't like?
Well, I've been preaching since my early teenage years, and there has always been some things I did not understand that we did in church. And as I got older and I started reading and started researching, I found out that God is not in a lot of things that we do in the church. This thing of denominationalism, this thing of you're a Baptist, you're a Catholic, you're a Methodist. God ain't none of those.
Say
Okay?
that.
God ain't no Baptist. He ain't no Church of God in Christ. He ain't no Methodist. Okay? God is just awesome.
Right.
And those that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. Truth. You got to tell the truth. The scripture says, know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. If you bullshitting and you lying, you still under the oppression of white folk.
Mm.
And white folk started this bullshit. Okay? In Africa, we follow God. We may not have called him Jesus. In fact, when you look at the name Jesus, we call him Yahshua.
Yep.
Yahshua is his name. Jesus is the name that we gave him, that the white folks said, oh, you just call him Jesus. We'll call him Jesus, and the Mexican that's standing over there waiting in the bus in the morning to go to work, we'll call him Jesus too. So white folk gave us all of this stuff, and we are so fearful of the white man and going against what the white man says that we follow this bullshit. See, the first preacher that was called was not called by God. The first black preacher that was called by the master. Because on the plantation, the preacher couldn't read. He memorized what the white man told him to tell the niggas. Tell the niggas that Jesus is a white man. And here we go in the church. Caesar Borgia is that white boy y'all call Jesus, and you got him painted it up in the missionary Baptist church. That Jesus was the gay lover of Michelangelo, that was the artist.
Right.
So we looking at a gay Jesus. And see here, how is the church gonna be we don't want no gays in the church? And you following a man that was a gay. King James was homosexual. So here we are, we're hypocritical. The black preacher has not read, he is not versed in the realness of who God is. So we tell folk any bullshit that we think that they're gonna believe, as long as they put some tithes and offerings up there on Sunday morning.
I agree with that. Carolina Dirt, what you got?
I was going to touch on delivery, because to me, that's the most important part of any church, regardless of size, is the delivery, because that's the part that gets the congregation, and the congregation helps get the pastor going. So delivery, like when you're a guest at another church and somebody brings you on that don't know you, and because you are the cussing pastor, do you feel like they get your delivery, or do they just blow it off because the way you deliver, because that's the most important part of the pastor.
The sad thing about it is the cussing pastors don't get invites.
I figured that.
Okay. Pastors are fearful to put me in their pulpits because I ain't gonna bullshit.
Clearly.
Okay. And then the name Cussing Pastor alienates me from a lot of them holier than thou, pussy eating, dick sucking, having little boys and little girls in the back room, motherfuckers. They do what they do, but they're pretenders. When I come out and I say, okay, I like pussy. Now, that turns some of the Christians off. Why he like pussy? Yes, I like pussy. you like dick, don't you? Okay. So that's just being real. You go to the church and you see all them big head babies that look like the pastor. It's a fucking going on.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
But for me to say that, because I was a Hennessy drinker for many years until the doctor told me last year I had to give up that Hennessy and that tequila and my cigars because of my congested heart condition.
Okay.
But man, I don't know a preacher that don't cuss.
Right.
They want decorated. They want see, and what has happened with black folk is we have put the preacher on a pedestal that he should not be on.
Agreed.
That's correct. Let me ask you this, Pastor. We have female pastors also. Do you think they're having sex just like a male pastor in the church?
Yeah, I done fucked a whole lot of female preachers. They freaks too. Okay. Yeah, we're all human.
Right.
Okay. And everybody is fuckable. Okay. The deacon fucking, the pastor fucking, the choir members fucking. Hell, the little boys and the little girls fucking. So let's not pretend that we are so heavenly, but really we ain't no earthly good.
I heard that a lot. I heard that a lot.
That part.
Yeah.
One thing else I have. Say you have a pastor of a church. Does the first lady accept what goes on, or she just move on? Because she already know mentally what's going to happen, and she might just not say nothing.
Well, you know, I'm about to go through a divorce.
Okay.
So, fuck it happens, and women are unique creatures. They don't give a fuck about the first lady. If they want to fuck the pastor, they go make a play for the pastor. And if the pastor fall for the play, they don't give a damn about how the first lady feel.
For sure.
That's the nature of women.
Right.
I say that all the time. I say, you know, it's not to be devoid of responsibility or nothing, but I don't think, like, you could be the best man in the world, and normally by you being the best man, you take care of your family, you love your wife, you take care of your kids, you present, you active. Women see that and they are attracted to that, and they can't wait to fuck it up sometimes.
Especially if you get some money.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Money and status. If you get a status, you pastor. Okay. I'm fucking the pastor, baby. He got some holy dick. And don't say that your pastor ain't fucking. If your pastor don't like a big booty woman, 9 times out of 10, he likes a big booty boy.
I've heard that scenario plenty of times. Carolina Dirt, chime in.
I was going to ask, do you believe I think you touched on about the illusion of church overshadows the message. Like you said, the holier than thou, where people aren't themselves coming into the church house. Because I know there's another pastor that's been on our podcast. He said he cursed and he's real. He said he's actually reached more people than the traditional way.
Yeah.
So the illusion of church and the choir and the pastor, do you believe that just overshadows the message also?
Well, traditionalism has been something that is deeply embedded in us. And we are fearful of going against what grandmama and great grandmama told us. And what Pastor Funny, who been pastoring the church 59 and a half years, taught us. We are fearful to read ourselves, to get some understanding. We don't question anything that the pastor says. We go along with anything that is being said, even when it don't make biblical sense. So, I'm not for traditionalism. And I guess that's the reason I don't get the invites, because some guys don't, they say, I don't know what you're going to say when you get up. I said, man, I ain't going to.
I know what you're going to say. Shit.
I eat pussy.
I mean, I may not stand up in the pulpit and say, I like pussy, because that's going to stop the service and all the people going to run up to the altar.
So have you been invited to a church and them not know you and you shocked the congregation?
Man, I've been shocking congregations all my life, because even before I became the Cussing Pastor, I was controversial. I've been on radio for 47 years. So I've been doing this thing called shock radio for years. I just tell it like it is, and I don't give a fuck whether you like it or not.
Right.
As you should.
As you should.
I mean, after you shocked the congregation, like how are you perceived after that? Like when churches let out, do people come up to you and be like, "I'm glad you put it like that"?
Well, a lot of people were waiting for the relief of the truth.
Yeah.
Okay. And for me to say it, and those that listen to me on my podcast and listen to me on the radio every day, they know what I'm capable of saying. And some will say, man, who you sure didn't tell that? Because see, like right now, Memphis is crime ridden. We've had a little bit over 100 murders already this year.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah.
It ain't got hot yet. We on the precipice of the real bullshit.
So we gotta stop preaching this let's go to heaven shit, because we are already living in hell. Okay? And we gotta preach a sermon that tells these mammies, raise your goddamn children. Quit turning these children loose in our society. We find that in Memphis, 16, 17-year-olds, we're scared of them.
Yep.
Just Friday, a 17 and an 18-year-old killed a local police officer. They shot 3, but 1 died. They're stealing cars. We've had over 2,000 cars stolen already this year.
Mm.
So the message has got to change.
The church definitely has not evolved in a long time. The church is not evolving with the time. Everything has changed in the world damn near, except for the church.
No,
Right.
Transactions in the church have changed. They've evolved.
Right.
Well, through that.
Yeah.
The transactions have evolved.
I never heard about preaching prosperity, as a kid, but as an adult, I hear it a lot. And I feel like that's a way for that pastor, that figure to line his pocket. You're not preaching on the prosperity of your parishioners, because your parishioners live check to check. They fucked up. They on the bus route. Their car broke down, and they come to you for help, and you got them filling out an application just like a bank. That's kind of crazy to me.
Well, the church don't owe you all its money.
And that's true too. I agree with that.
Get up off your motherfucking ass and go to work. Okay? Go to work. Shit. You won't come to church, but the time you get hungry, you want a motherfucking basket.
Yep.
Can you pay my rent this month? No, motherfucker. Them white folks told you when you moved in there, you had to pay them every month.
Yep.
And then because here's the thing that I don't do. I don't do the school supplies. Okay? If you're a woman, you fucking, whoever you fucking should be able to get you some paper and pencil and a book satchel. How I gotta give you a book and a paper? I ain't getting none of the pussy. So why I have the church gotta give you some pencils and paper? Let that little dumb motherfucker write on the back of some toilet paper. The motherfucker don't know his name in box call letters no way. You're not doing what it takes. You don't go to the school until you want to raise hell. You ain't making sure he's reading his spelling, English, none of that shit. He's just a dumb motherfucker that's just out here in society robbing cars, stealing cars, and you want us to feel sorry for that motherfucker. No. I don't feel sorry. Shit. Sometimes I think these little motherfuckers need some police brutality.
Shit.
What do you feel? Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't go nowhere without my gun. When I get through here, I gotta go to Walgreens, get me some medicines. I'm gonna have my Rottweiler on the back seat and that Glock in my hand.
Wow.
That's the society that we live in. And it ain't the politician's fault. It's these mammies.
What do you feel about the mega pastors like T.D. Jakes, Noel Jones, and the rest of them? What's your take on these mega pastors along with the P. Diddy situation? Because T.D. Jakes got a lot of heat lately.
Well,
Allegedly.
Yeah, we don't know whether T.D. Jakes fucked okay. And sometimes we take social media. Social media has become the demon. If social media says show here, So you don't, I didn't get involved in that Jake's shit. I wasn't there. Okay. I don't know who stuck their dick in where.
Yep.
So we run with these rumors because it sounds good and we like to be able to disseminate negativity about anybody.
Now you said something there.
So it's all about negative, and somebody was saying, why was TD Jakes at Diddy's house?
Allegedly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, goddamn, they multi-millionaires. Millionaires get together.
Yep.
They make deals. Okay. So I'm not gonna get mad because Diddy had somebody at his house allegedly. Shit.
Last
No,
thing I
that's a
have.
real,
Hold on.
that's a real perspective.
If you didn't see the dick sliding in Jake's ass, you ain't got shit to say.
Hey, look, I thought I was ready. I wasn't ready. But you ain't told a lie yet. You
let me ask you this: in the pastoral world, do you think it's a lot of outside kids on the download that's just being kept quiet?
Yeah.
always has been. Always has been.
Ever since the very first church, there have been outside babies in the church. The pastor fucking members of the church. And see, and here's what I say about the pastor fucking women in the church. If he didn't rape you, you gave him that pussy. Okay? You gave him that wet, grown ass pussy, that head and that ass. He didn't. See, I get mad at the pastor when it's a child. But
Yeah.
you're all ancient, antiquated motherfucker. You gave him that pussy. So why is the church gonna get excited about the pastor fucking you when you gave him the pussy? You gave him some grown folk pussy. You didn't give him no baby pussy.
Okay,
He
hold on.
you.
Hold
You
on.
got a nut. He got a nut. Everybody got a nut. And y'all just like squirrels, motherfucker. You just running from nut to nut.
Hold on. It's a comment in here, and it's a fair comment. It just says Facebook user.
Okay.
They said that my thing is, are you a real pastor, or are you calling yourself a pastor? Because they think it's blasphemy and blasphemous that you would cuss in the name of the Lord.
I don't cuss in the name of the Lord. I just cuss a motherfucker out.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
Yes, you answered that.
Huh?
I never heard him cuss in the name of the Lord on this whole show.
Yeah.
I did.
But you asked that motherfucker that asked that, do you ever say some shit goddamn motherfuckers yourself? You stupid motherfucker. Do you say anything? You motherfucker, you. See, here's the hypocritical Christian. You want to say what the pastor shouldn't do. You want to say that I shouldn't say shit goddamn motherfucker. That's my favorite word. Why? Peter was with Jesus and he cussed. The first pope of the Catholic Church was Peter. So why is me cussing so bad?
True.
See, when you got that, and I'm sure that was a woman that sent you that, wasn't
It just said Facebook user.
it? Okay. Well, that sounded like some shit a woman said.
No, it's a male name. It's a male's name.
Oh, you see it?
Yeah, it's a male's name.
Go ahead and say their name. They commented.
Say the name. Is I don't see
Michael Corley.
Yeah.
Michael who?
Corley.
Michael, have you fucked anybody else's wife?
Shit.
Okay. So you talking about what I did with my mouth. Have you ate the pussy of a married woman, you motherfucker, you? Have you licked the asshole of Okay.
Yeah.
Don't worry about what I do with my mouth.
That's always been my issue with we got social media now, but before there was social media, it was whatever the gossip was. And you normally got that at church.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I get it. I think people pass a lot of judgment for a lot of things that all amount to the same sin.
Yeah. All the judgment and everything of people, it don't make no sense.
Jesus said, I don't come to condemn. So why we gonna condemn? What makes your sin or my sin worse than your sin?
That is correct.
That's what they gotta ask. That's what
you let all the little boys up and suck their dick, but you mad at me.
Wait a minute. What happened just now?
Huh?
I just need a little background. What happened about I don't even want to say the shit. What? I'm sorry.
All the little boys up at the church, brother pastor, brother deacon, and you sucking all the dicks to completion.
He said to completion.
Coming in your motherfucking mouth. Okay? But you mad because I cuss? I've been cussing all my mama was a great cusser. Rest of soul. I got DNA.
Yes, sir. I don't blame you. But you always have kept it real ever since I was following you.
Yeah, but see, let me tell you something. In our society right now, we got so much shit that's cussable. When I see these mamas not raising their children and just letting their children go wherever they go. Rob, this boy that killed the policeman on Friday just went to jail last month with one of them little switches on your gun that makes the gun the automatic submachine. He's 18 years old. When they went to his house, he was outside sleeping in a stolen car. There was another stolen car in the backyard. Where was his no good ass mammy? Where was that bitch at?
Now I can't. And this is just us having a conversation. You can't have no kid by yourself. They say only one woman did that. You can't have no kid by yourself.
Yep.
I agree that there's a responsibility for the woman to raise their kid, but she didn't make that motherfucker by herself.
Well, let me say this, man. She didn't, when she was getting that dick to make that baby, she knew that motherfucker didn't want her. He bought her a 5-piece wings with a biscuit, had some celery in the goddamn club, got her a champagne, and the bitch's pussy started dripping. Took out and fucked on the back seat of the goddamn car. She didn't even know his name. So he didn't want no goddamn baby. He wanted some pussy. He got the pussy. Now you want him to be responsible for, he wasn't even responsible with your pussy. He didn't put no rubber on it. You didn't know the motherfucker's name.
Oh, man.
Are you Charleston White's daddy?
Huh? You what?
I said, are you Charleston White's daddy?
No.
Oh,
But
oh man.
actually, a
Hey,
lot of
look,
what he just said is actually true. He just said it a different way, but that happens all the time. They do.
But that's what I was saying. The delivery of the message. You in Memphis, you can't deliver the same message that's in some rinky-dink town in Iowa, because the crime and the violence is surrounding is totally different. So you have to be able to communicate to the people the message, and every pastor has his own way. And if you are and you're a pastor and you got people following you, hey, as long as the word get out and you give it and they receive it, that's the only thing that matters, man.
That's right.
Well, on my podcast, and I've been doing it 3 years. When the pandemic came, I did over 11 million views.
Whoa.
I'm on 5 radio stations every day. I'm on cable out of Jackson, Mississippi. And God has established me to be who I am, the cussing pastor, because these motherfuckers that don't cuss ain't doing shit. And I reach a whole different segment of people. Look, I'm going back after 3 years. I'm going back into a building first Sunday in June. I ain't looking for church folk. You know, I told them I'm looking for the sisters. I'm looking for the lesbians, the hoes, the prostitutes, people that need deliverance from their status in life. The church only wants to talk to folk that they think already on their way to heaven. And it's more than that, brother.
you said something there.
You said something there. Jay Walking, what you got in closing, brother?
Huh?
Jay Walking, what you got in closing up top?
Man, look, it is hot in here, cuz. I ain't gonna lie. But you know what? People can be upset. They can be mad. They can feel however they want to feel. But sometimes that's on you. You feel me? I can't even sit here in front. My church activity is at an all-time low. And it's because I agree with some of the things that were said. Maybe not the way they were said, but I definitely agree with what was said. So I respect your commitment to your truth. And for the people that don't like it, don't listen.
Fuck them.
Yeah. Carolina Dirt, what you got in closing, brother?
Man, it's all about delivery. If he's reaching folk and he got them following and believing in the Lord, that's the only thing that matters. Everybody can't be saved the same way.
Well, if I wasn't delivering folk, I wouldn't be on your program.
That's
Okay.
Right.
Okay, if I wasn't reaching somebody, that's the only reason you called me.
Yeah, that's right.
Do you feed your Rottweiler gunpowder so they can devour?
No, my Rottweiler, she laying right here next to me right now.
That's all right.
And chicken, hamburgers, that kind of shit.
Now I was making it's a line in a Biggie song. He said he had Rottweilers. He said he feed them gunpowder so that they can devour his enemies. So I was just making a line. That's all.
I got that Glock for those that I need to devour.
Okay. OG
we have a positive message.
And I ain't got no problem in killing a motherfucker. I grew up working in funeral homes, so I know I'm accustomed to dead folks.
Yes, sir. We have a positive message for you. Someone want to know, where do you pastor at? Your congregation, church, or whatever?
Naked Truth Liberation and Empowerment Ministries, right here in Memphis, Tennessee. Also, you can catch me every evening on my podcast on YouTube from 7 until 9 on the Thaddeus Matthews YouTube.
That's a blessing. what I have in closing is you keep it real. You just say it a different way, but in my opinion, I think you told the truth. You say what no one else that really want to say, and I like that. The first time I heard you I seen you on social media. I said, "What the hell?" But you did tell the truth at the end of the day, and I appreciate you coming on here. You can contact me anytime you feel like it, and you're more than welcome. Right.
Well, I've been enjoying because I don't normally do this on Sunday evenings,
Right.
but I'm always looking for a new audience, and I appreciate you having me
Yes, sir.
this evening. And I'm going to Walgreens and get me some medicine because I'm an old motherfucker. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
God is good, man.
Oh yeah.
All the time.
All the time. God is good all the time. That's all I got. Do you want to say any closing remarks, Pastor, before we get off? Or are you good?
Well, I'm good. I appreciate this opportunity.
Yes, sir.
And anytime you want me on here, just call me and we'll set it up again.
All right.
Hey, before we go, those are the opinions of the pastor. Don't you call me about what he said. I don't want to hear that shit.
I don't blame you. My aunt Dolores probably on here too. Gonna call me when we get off. Say, my nickname, Poochie. What was that?
If you don't like what I said, go to my goddamn email.
Yep.
NakedTruthMinistries@gmail.com.
Okay.
Say it again.
NakedTruthMinistries@gmail.com.
That's what I'm talking about. Thanks for listening to Let's Talk Under the Tree podcast. We have the brothers Jay Walken and Carolina Dirt from the Bottom of the Bottle podcast, and the Cussing Pastor, Memphis, Tennessee.
Pastor Matthews, you did not disappoint. You is everything they said you was.
Yes.
Holy shit.
Yeah. He is who they said he was. All right, that's all I got. One time for your mind, fellas. Close it out.
Two times
for your soul.
So, peace and blessings. Have a good week.
Kingpin Music.